Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very interesting video today. I asked the good people of Reddit a very good question, and the good people of Reddit answered. So I wanted to take a couple of minutes to discuss those answers with you fine people. Let's get right into it. What do you look for in a YouTuber? What qualities in a YouTuber would make him or her be your favorite? The reason why I asked this question in the first place was because it was like to gather information to try and be better. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. Honest, interesting content, no fucking clickbait. Okay, that's fair. But what's clickbait though? There's like a fine line between clickbait and interesting titles. And it's weird to kind of find your place between those two, but I get it. Clickbait is something like this. My ex-girlfriend goes on 100 dates in 24 hours. That's fucking clickbait. That's what you want to steer away from. Someone who is knowledgeable about a topic and doesn't have clickbaity thumbnails and doesn't yell all the time and doesn't ask for likes and subscribes and doesn't say like if you like kittens or subscribe if you like dogs and isn't trying to sell their merch. There's a lot of that goes around on YouTube. But in my defense, because I made a couple of video essays and they're all about video games mostly, but some of them I was not like the most knowledgeable about the topic I was talking about. But as I was saying, in my defense, when you're trying to make YouTube videos, you're trying to be entertaining. Because what most of the people are looking for are not like the most knowledgeable people about this certain topic, as much as they're looking for someone who is entertaining. Now, I might have not achieved that, but I was trying to be that more than I was trying to be knowledgeable about the topic. I can confess to that crime. Asking for likes and subscribes is not necessarily someone being a piece of shit. And I know I'm defending myself here, but hear me out. If you search the internet about the best ways to reach more people and for people to subscribe to you and engage with you, is to ask them. But it's like another gray area. Like the one I was talking about with clickbait, because you want to say like you're asking people if they like the video, they can do that, but you don't want to make them feel like you're being fake or all you care about is this, or at least that's what I do. But yeah, authentic, being himself on and off camera, honesty, morality, making me feel I'm watching a person and not a company. Yeah, I agree with that. Nothing to say about this. That's the thing that made me like YouTube in the first place. But also, there's something that bothers me about this, and I will discuss it right now after I take a sip of water. A lot of people point out to YouTubers being more energetic than they are in like day-to-day life. And this energy or this like obnoxiousness could be too much for people. But at the same time, you can't blame them, because they're trying to be fun. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because that's insecurity of mine, because I don't want to be fake, but sometimes you want to entertain as much as you can, so that like swerves you into the being fake part. But yeah, authenticity and being real. Yeah, it's good to see that most people are looking for content that like revolves around authenticity. That makes me happy. It depends on what type of content I'm looking for in the moment, but a good sense of humor is always appreciated, whether it's commentary or guitar stuff. And good production, resolution, lighting, sound. I don't care about good production. Decent production is better than good production. And by decent production, I mean not being shit production. But a good sense of humor is always appreciated. Yep, I hope I can get that someday. The voice is above all the most important. As weird as it may sound, you can have stunning visuals and have very interesting content in general, but some people just have annoying sounding voices with the way they speak, like nails running down a chalkboard. This is new and a very interesting thing. I've never actually heard that, but it makes sense. You don't want someone who sounds like a frog just saying rah, rah. Relatability, being genuine, again, authenticity, a cozy feel that's not overly produced. I don't need the absolute best editing or lighting or speaking skills, as long as you're funny and or interesting and have insights into topics I care about. I generally go for long form content. The genuine part gives you that cozy feel, not overly produced. That is what I was talking about with the part about decent production is better than good production. Good production for me is over production. It's cool, it's okay, but it doesn't need to be not every video needs to be like this. And having insights into topics I care about. When we go back to the one of the very first, yeah, this one, someone who is knowledgeable about a topic and doesn't have clickbaity thumbnails about. Yeah, I was saying that you don't have to be like the most knowledgeable. That is what this guy is talking about. I could have insights into topics, but I don't necessarily need to be the most knowledgeable about it. It's not necessary, and you're trying to make an entertaining video, not an educational one. If you're trying to make an educational one, then that's okay, but you're not. I need to drink some water. Stay hydrated. I generally go for long form content. I think that depends on the viewer, but me personally, I watch everything as long as I'm watching the person that I want to watch. I mean, if I like a certain YouTuber, PewDiePie for example, PewDiePie can upload 2-hour video talking about nonsense and I would watch it, but it depends on the person. Either funny or interesting content, I have to feel connected in some way, and that connection comes from being genuine and authenticity. So that's the theme that people want on YouTube. And actually, me reading this, in all honesty, makes me very happy, because with all the shit that's on YouTube, you forget that this is what people are looking for, and this is what I look for, so it's cool. Intellectual honesty and curiosity, authenticity, and someone that I would actually hang out with IRL if I knew them and they were nearby. Intellectual honesty. This guy must be fun to hang with. But yeah, I get what he's saying. Again, authenticity, being genuine, and all that good stuff. That's all the comments, but as I was saying, there's a theme, and I like that theme, and it is that people are looking for authenticity and being genuine and intellectual honesty. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, anything can be entertaining. It's not like you don't have to have the most interesting type of content for people to watch you, and you don't have to have the funniest content for people to watch you. You'll just have to figure out a way to make a video entertaining, I guess. And that's me talking to myself. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to a very small dumbass YouTuber who is talking about YouTube. Goodbye.